Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Misha from Chigo Apartments, and today we are going to talk about pricing and availability. This is what you would see on your listing details if you go to pricing and availability. So first thing is you can see a preview of your prices, which can be beneficial. I wish they would let you select the dates, but you can pick different lengths of the stay and see how your discounts show up to the guests. Next section is nightly price. This is a very important section which people never look at. So it's a common belief that Airbnb smart pricing is pretty bad. So you should never use Airbnb smart pricing, and you should use other third-party software for your smart pricing. But there's one tip that I can give you that I've never heard online with anybody. So here you can see a base price, and you can also see the graph. Usually, this base price can be used to set up smart pricing. But in reality, what you can do is use this base price to set up your smart pricing on a third-party app. So we use Beyond Pricing. We are going to make a video about Beyond Pricing. So what we do is we take base price from here and compare it with the base price that we have set up on Beyond Pricing. And usually they have to be really close. If there's a big divergence between the two, then something is wrong. In this case, it is pretty close. So if you don't know what base price to set up in your Beyond Pricing or any of your other smart pricing software, you can come to this section and start here. You can also always benchmark your base price on your third-party dynamic pricing software with the base price that you see in this section. So this is a pretty good tip that you can use. Try, give it a shot, and let us know how it works out. So you would set up a listing currency, then you get to discounts. Discounts is a very important section for Airbnb. We usually set up like 20% for a weekly and 28% for a monthly, depending on a type of apartment. This apartment is a seaside apartment. It's not designed for long-term stays, so we only give a 20% monthly discount. If your apartment is designed for long-term stays, then you should really jack this number up to higher percentage. In this case, this apartment is not really designed for long-term stay. It doesn't even have a real kitchen, so there's no point really giving them high monthly discounts. Then we want to set up 3-day, 5-day, and they have actually added a 2-week discount. So in this case, we have a 15% for 3 days, we have 18% for 5 days, and 24% for 2 weeks. This is part of the pricing strategy that Sean talks about that we utilize in all of our listings. Basically, you jack up your prices and then give it discounts. So in this case, discounts start from 3 days onwards. So people who book 3 days or more, they will get 15% off. The reason we do this way is to discourage people from booking 1 or 2 days. So if somebody wants to book a single day or 2 days, it's really expensive for them. You can even jack these numbers up higher. So you can play around with the discount. So you can start, let's say, 3 days with 20% and then increase it incrementally to higher percentages. That way, people who want to book 1 or 2 days, it's really expensive for them. You really don't want to take 1 or 2 day bookings. So this is one of the strategies that Sean discusses in details in his videos, where you don't have to set up hard minimum stay requirements, but you can still avoid 1 or 2 day bookings. So everybody on Airbnb should follow the similar strategy. You really don't want to ruin your calendars having like 1 or 2 day bookings in the future, especially like weekends and stuff. So you can start with 3-day discounts, or if you want to really kind of experiment, you can also set the first discount to start at 4 days. We do have that for some of our listings as well. We'll talk about the minimum stays as well, but a little bit later on down below. The next one is early bird discount. Some people generally don't use this discount, but I like to see my calendar filled up early. So we use like around 7% early bird discount. For the people who are early bookers, those guests are usually best quality guests. So you want to give them break and discount just to attract the best quality guests, the ones who are most organized ahead of the time, and your calendar just looks better if it's filled up. You also don't have to give any late last minute discounts if your calendar is filled in early on. So we give around 7%. You can try and experiment up until 10%, probably reasonable. The next section is last minute discount. So for 2 days, if there's a 2 days left where our calendar starts to be empty, we give 15%. 3 to 7 days, we give 7% discount. But this is also in combination with all the discounts that we give with our dynamic pricing software. So over there, I will show you beyond pricing in a separate video. We also give around, 20% on the short end. So the last minute discounts for us comes out to be like 35, 40%. We don't ever want to leave a day open. We want to maximize our calendar. That's how we get that 99% occupancy that we showed you in a promo video. So you really want to really lower your prices if your calendar is staying empty. There's a few reasons why you want to do this. The main reason is because higher occupancy means higher ranking on Airbnb. So you want to have your place filled in at all times. If Airbnb sees this, they will rank you higher. So overall, your revenues will go up by giving discounts. It's counterintuitive, but if your place stays always occupied, your ranking on Airbnb will go so high that you can really jack up your prices and charge extra. So give last minute discounts, be generous, make sure you don't lose any days. Also, having like half off, like 50% of the price is better than having zero income for a day. So make sure you don't leave this section empty. Additional charges, you should really only use cleaning fee. Everything else looks really weird on the listing. So don't, as much as you can, don't do it. Maybe like pet fee. That's about it. Don't charge you people for linens or anything else really, even for extra guests. You can charge a little bit, but usually we don't even do this. It's really hard to keep track of extra guests, and it's really not a nice process trying to ask for the money with the people and stuff. So even for the extra guests, don't charge them too much money, and generally just don't force it. Another thing that Airbnb recently added that we discovered is that you can have two different cleaning fees. One is a standard cleaning fee, and then is a short-term stay cleaning fee. I wish they would add a long-term stay cleaning fee as well, like for 3 or 4 months listings, but they don't do it. But we would advise you to enable this and try this feature out, see if it works out for you. In this case, we've enabled it, and we'll give just a tiny discount to the people who book 1 or 2 nights. And then you have a taxi section, which you have to fill out, and then there is a trip lengths. We have a minimum 2 nights. If you're just starting up, you have a new listing, I would advise you to set up minimum 1 night stay. And then as your listing ranks better, then you can set up minimum to 2 nights. Take minimum stays and the discounting strategy that we have discussed above to avoid short-term stays. But usually keep it at 2 days. Otherwise, you might lose a ranking on Airbnb, which you don't want to do. You still want to show up in the 2-day searches so that people get to click on your listings and you get a little bit of small boost from Airbnb. Maximum stays, if you want to set it up, I don't know. And there is a custom 1 night stays, but this would show on a multi-calendar, so you really never have to come in here and do this manually. Now we'll talk about multi-calendar later and what to do with it. Advance notice. So in this case, our guests can book up until like 1 a.m. in the morning, day of the check-in. If there's a preparation time, availability window, we usually set it at around 9 months. Restrict check-in, check-out dates. We don't use it really. You can use it. Import calendar is if you listing on multiple platforms, which you should, and we will talk about other platforms other than Airbnb later on. Here is where you connect your different calendars. You would import and export from here, and you will see linked to Airbnb calendars. This is linked to other listings. You don't worry about that. And share settings, you don't need to worry about that also. So this is all we wanted to say. The main takeaways is how you utilize your discount strategies to maximize your bookings and avoid short-term bookings. Also, how you use base price to your dynamic pricing software. So that's pretty much all we wanted to say in this video. Thanks again, guys, for watching. We appreciate your time. If you find this video useful, please like it and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any questions, please comment down below. We'll be answering each and every one of your questions. Have a great day and cheers.